Okay, testing.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's see. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnitz podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I'm the daughter mother.
I'm the mother grandmother.
And we are coming to you today
it's a glorious day out there.
It's beautiful. Oh, from the great state of Northern Vermont. We forgot to say, we are coming to you from Northern Vermont.
Northern Vermont is a state in itself.
It sure is.
When you said the great state of Northern Vermont.
Oh, I'm also sick.
Yeah, she's sick.
I don't know if you can hear it yet, but I can feel it in my nasal cavities and behind my eyes. So bear with me today.
Behind your eyes. That's when you know you're sick.
Yeah. And it burns. Like there's a burning up in my sinuses.
Yeah.
So it's day one.
Yeah, and I woke up with a little bit of a sore throat. It's nothing that I'm like, oh, I have a sore throat, but it was there. And Lily just got over.
And Charlie.
And they were here for the weekend.
So we got some bugs floating around. But before we get into all of the things that we want to talk to you about before the Thanksgiving holiday, we wanted to take a minute to thank our sponsors, Anna and Louisa, for sponsoring this video. So the big news this month during the sponsorship is they have their biggest sale ever going on right now. You can get up to 35% off their already affordable prices, which is amazing. I'm going to show you what I chose for this month. Mom was just complimenting
I just said, oh my gosh, your ears, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to see, so I might need to move the camera a little bit so you can get a good idea. So this one was from a previous collaboration. These two I'm obsessed with. This one is, I don't know what it is about the little dangly chain.
Dangly.
It feels like very edgy and also very unique. I don't know, the whole thing that's going on right there.
You know what it is?
I'm loving it.
It's almost like very symmetrical. Like you started with a heavier piece.
Yes.
Then you went to this really unique piece, and then you went to just classic.
Yeah, she's a classic little
It's
huggy.
such a beautiful look.
Thank you. I love them so much.
I need to get my ears repieced.
Well, Charlie wants to get her ears pierced, so it could be a
Maybe we'll go together.
Grammy Sue, Charlie Sue, because literally Charlie sees these things come in, you know, every other month or so, and she's always like, I want these earrings. I'm like, well, sweetie, you don't have your ears pierced.
And you know what? She's
the one that would want to have her ears pierced. 100%.
Yes. Maybe we'll go together. I definitely will do that. I would love to.
It would be fun, and I have such an amazing collection now.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to share them with me then.
Yeah. I also got these really cute little studs here, very similar to the ones I'm wearing now, but more linear. Really like them. And then these ones I just thought were so fun.
They're so pretty.
Isn't it fun how it's like different charms? They're
Lily
super.
should get her ears pierced because that's like witchy.
Isn't it so Lily?
Very witchy.
I have a feeling she might want to come if Charlie is going to go.
Yeah,
We'll see.
She doesn't even like to take medicine, so I can't imagine her getting her
It might be
ears
like when
pierced.
she's 12.
Yeah, if then.
If then.
If then.
The one thing though about this sale is you have to shop now before stock goes out, because a lot of times, like there are months where I'll go on and I'll be picking my jewelry and some of their most popular things are out of stock. So things aren't always in stock. So if you're looking for something specific, a specific look for someone you love, I would shop now. Use the link down in our description box to get up to 35% off for a very limited time.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a huge discount. So thank you so much again, Anna Louisa, for sponsoring our video. Now let's talk a little bit of making.
Oh man, we've been knitting like
Crazy. Oh, and we also we mentioned this is the second time we're recording this podcast.
Yeah. So the first time I show up positive that Chelsea will show up looking like this.
Like this. In my hand knits, even down to the scrunchie.
Yeah. And so,
I know.
So I had this lovely sweater on thinking, oh, we will look alike. And so then she showed up with like no hand knits on.
Not a single hand knit.
Oh, okay. Well, so then
a weird vibe.
Today we are having company, so I've been cleaning and our podcast didn't record or didn't do something. And I said to Chelsea, just come up, we'll do it really quick. But
she's in her cleaning attire and now I'm in all the hand knits.
Talk about your hand knits. They're beautiful.
Okay, so this is the Shift Cowl. I used Spin Cycle yarn for it. I feel like we are not in focus, so I'm gonna move it
I can't see
closer.
nothing.
And
I actually have that same cowl that I love so
Oh, there.
much.
Isn't it the best?
I forget.
Oh, it's the one that I keep.
Yours looks bigger than mine, is it? Did you do a bigger size?
Possibly. I do think there are two.
I love it. I love mine, but I love that.
It's really, really cozy. I use Spin Cycle yarns. Don't even begin to ask me what color it is. I'm pretty sure I have a project page. I'll pop it down below. But it's a pattern by Andrea Mowry. And then I am wearing this scrunchie, which I just showed. I don't remember the pattern or anything like that, but I will pop it down below because they're super fun. They're actually great gifts.
Yes.
Like, get a little package of elastic bands and knit up a couple. They're so fun. They're so fast.
That would be a good Christmas gift idea.
Right?
Why is it that, like, now I'm starting to think about things I want to make
Literally,
people.
it's the same thing with Halloween. It's like, I think of the best costume ideas
The day of.
on Halloween.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, well, I guess I'll just wear a jacket.
I know. No, you were dressed. I had the jacket. What
Yeah.
did you have on?
What did I have on? Oh, I was a fairy. I used some of the girls' dress-up stuff.
Yeah.
And then, last but not least, I am wearing my Silver Linings sweater by Jen Steingass.
I love it so much.
This wool here is from Junction Fiber Mill.
Fiber Mill in White River Junction, Vermont.
Yes, that's right. We got it at Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival. This is the Heyday colorway, I believe. And then I used Lions brand Fisherman's Wool in the oatmeal colorway as the main. And it is
so much yarn on this.
so much. It is a super affordable way to have a really special skein be the star.
465 yards.
It's insane.
Yeah, and then you can invest your money in the
colors.
Yeah. I have the same sweater that's still not blocked. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon.
I forgot to bring the stuff.
You know what? I don't need them. I can just do it.
Oh,
I don't think I need them. I think I'm just going to block it and lay it out like I used to. Old school. Yeah, and I don't know my colorway.
And I have the extra skein and I don't know it off the top of my head. I'll put it on the screen.
You can put it on the screen, yeah. Yeah, so we all bought two, and it was a group of us went to Vermont Sheep and Wool, and we all made this decision. So it was Paige, Rachel, Boston Jen, and then Michelle ended up joining us.
Natalie was there. Did she end up doing the Silver Linings?
I need to text her, actually. We need to find out. But since then, a lot of people are doing the same, because then they went to Rhinebeck and did the same thing. So, but we all bought two skeins, and you only need one. You only need one. Yep. And oh my gosh, we literally whipped these sweaters off.
Yes, this was so I don't remember if I talked about it on this podcast or not. It might have been on Patreon. This was my morning Romo sweater. I cast it on the day.
No wonder you're wearing it so much.
Yeah, it was, and it's the color that he was. So Romo passed away. We had to put him down after 15 years, and it was right at the same time that it was the day after or 2 days after we got home
after Vermont Sheep and Wool.
Vermont Sheep and Wool. So it was I cast on and I just knit like my life depended on it, and so I have so much emotion knit into this.
Yes,
sweater.
you do.
But yeah, we knit it quick.
Always be it'll be a sad memory, but you'll get past the actual day of, and it'll be a lovely memory.
Totally.
Yeah. I'm just all about knitting right now. Sweaters.
Yeah.
That's all I want to knit, and I want them to be classic, simple, wear with anything, wherever you go. Sweaters. Which honestly, for me, that's
any
a few
sweater
options.
Yeah,
between color work, cabled, and plain. But I am working on a plain right now.
You are, and you're
obsessed.
Really almost. Are they full length sleeves?
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah. So it's the Lakes pullover. Might as well show it.
Yeah.
I'm on the end of the ribbing. It's a 4-inch ribbing.
It's a hefty ribbing, but you know what? Wow, does it look nice?
Yeah. It's supposed to be 1 by 1, but I went 2 by 2.
You love 2 by 2.
I love 2 by 2. I think it would have been really nice 1 by 1, but I like this definition.
Totally.
I really do.
It's gorgeous.
So I actually brought a skein down because I have to wrap it to do the sleeves.
Yeah.
So this is 2 skeins.
Okay.
And I still have quite a bit left. I'll get a half a sleeve still.
And you didn't alternate skeins at all, right?
No. Yeah. No, can't be bothered. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's Targhee worsted, Blue Moon, 100% Targhee wool.
We talked about the price point on this yarn. Now, we got this on our very first trip to
Which
Rhinebeck.
was 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
I didn't have Lily. Lily's gonna be 7 in January.
7 years ago. That was when you just.
I wasn't
It was
even
the year you got
pregnant.
married.
Yeah. So
No,
it was
the year after you got married.
2016. So 9 years.
Oh my God. 9 years ago.
9
Might be a
years
little
ago.
more expensive now.
Yeah, I'm not sure on price point, but the point. Oh, look at it was $34 for 616 yards. That's 3 of our skates.
Like Charlie saw the ball. I was like, wow.
Yeah, she literally
Grammy.
stopped. She was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. Like how many 4-year-olds know that that's an abnormal?
Ones that are surrounded by yarn nonstop.
Yeah, that's probably not normal. But anyways, yeah.
And it's
So
the
it's-
aubergine colorway.
It
and
goes between a purple and a burgundy, which is my favorite. I love it. It's all I want to do. Go round and around and around and put something on to either listen to or watch. And
Yes.
around we go.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So I am also knitting. This is the second sweater. So after this sweater, I cast on a flax sock sweater for Charlie from Tin Can Knits.
Did you bring that?
I'm so mad I forgot.
Oh, darn it.
But I'll put a picture because I have a picture of her wearing it. She loves it.
First of all, you can talk about how you ended up making it to her specifications.
Yes.
Because again, she knew what she wanted.
She knew exactly what
and
she
it
wanted.
screams Charlie.
She wears it almost every day.
Yeah.
So I did so after knitting this pattern, I really like this like rolled neck.
So do I.
So I just kind of did it for this as well.
Look at how much you got done.
Yeah,
Has she tried it on?
Yes, it's a little small.
Yeah, she's a big kid now.
She is growing faster than I ever thought she would grow.
She's a big kid now. She really is like in a minute she's gonna be as tall as us. I can't even go there.
No,
I can't.
No.
But in a minute.
Oh no, I can't think about that one. Nope, not that
Sorry.
one. No, I never thought I would even have a 5-year-old.
I know.
Let
she's
alone
gonna be 7.
She's gonna be 7.
7.
I feel like she has the maturity of a 10-year-old.
She does.
And it's just too much too fast. So
well, because it's like a switch went off.
Exactly.
And she's a different kid.
Exactly.
Not different, but she's more
evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she
has like
so
dreams
lovely.
and she has goals and she knows what she wants to do. And her artwork is, oh my God, out of this freaking world. It's so fun and creative. And anyways, so it's a little small, but I think
You're gonna block
it.
it.
Yeah, I think
You're
it'll make a
gonna
big
block it.
difference. So anyways, so I used the flax sock pattern. I adapted in this rolled
collar.
Thank you.
I get it. I'm
This
staring.
I'm like, what is it, Chelsea? Will it into existence? Rolled collar for Charlie's as well as Lily's. And then the only thing I did was I omitted the garter ridge, which typically would run along the sleeves, just to be a vanilla sweater. And then for Charlie's, she was very specific. She wanted it to be like a cropped length. She wears a ton of dresses. So I knew that cropped was going to be the right choice for her anyway. So when she requested, I was like, oh, perfect.
Yeah. And it's rolled.
It's rolled.
I love that.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Woo. And then she said, before I started the sleeves, she goes, Mommy, I want the sleeves around right here. And I was like, I don't know. And then I started knitting them. And then she tried it on right when it was at the 3/4 length sleeve. And I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect.
It's perfect for
Obviously
her.
good. So for Charlie's, I used our tuxedo colorway and our cozy toes base, and it is perfect. I can't keep going until I blow my nose. So for Lily's colorway though, I chose the Woolwich Festival colorway that Kemper dyed up, Kemper of Chunk Yarns. Mom and I actually we ordered it after the fact because we didn't make it to the place that had it.
Yes, because it wasn't in the same building. Did you know Kemper is no longer dyeing yarn?
What?
She's decided to stop. I know.
Well,
sad.
I'm happy for her if that
I am too.
is- if
Feels like that's what
fulfilling.
she really wants.
Good for her.
So yeah,
Aw.
I'm agree. I really like her. I don't have a lot of her yarn,
Me neither.
but I like her.
Did she already close up
sense.
shop?
No, I'm pretty sure she's.
I might need to go over
Yeah.
and see if we need a couple skeins.
Yeah.
Because these are just, her colorways are so fun. I love the inspiration behind her colorways.
I do too.
But anyway, it's perfect for Lily because as most of you probably know, she's a very witchy woman.
Oh.
And when she found out that this colorway was one of the ones from the Woolwich Festival, she was like, oh my God.
Yes.
She was so excited.
Well, when we were at the playground, Charlie was being a ninja in training.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And I said something to Lily. She goes, Grammy, I am a witch in training. I was like, I know.
It's so serious.
It's so...
This has been going on for years. This is not a fleeting thing.
So... It's so... I love it.
I do too.
I just love it.
I do. So those are the little sweaters. They knit up so fast. Again, I don't know if it was just like the stress knitting of it all or like what, but they just kind of... It's just knitting around and around.
Yeah, there's something very soothing. And you know what? Sweater knitting, because I have not made, I mean, I've made a good amount of sweaters in my lifetime, but I've never really committed to like, what's my next sweater going to be?
Totally.
It is so satisfying to have an entire sweater. Like I have that sweater. Probably by next week, I'm going to have this.
You'll be done with that for sure.
Brand new sweaters. I might do the collar next.
What kind of collar is it?
I think it's ribbed.
Ribbed? Nice.
Ribbed. Like not turtleneck, but I think it goes up. Yeah.
I'm excited
totally
to see it.
It is totally
It is a
me.
very you sweater. And I don't know if you showed the saddle
saddle shoulders.
saddle shoulder feature of the pattern. I don't even know.
So it's an Ozetta sweater. She does a lot of saddle shoulders, and I will be very honest, it has stopped me in the past, not because they're difficult, but because it's just like doing a drop heel versus an afterthought heel. It's what you get used to.
100%.
And it was something out of my wheelhouse that I would have to learn, and I can be so lazy, which I don't like, because as we aged, it's so important to keep trying new things. And so I really was like, no. And it was so simple.
Yeah.
Which I knew it would be, but it required, like, I might have to look at a video. Or
I know.
I'm just lazy.
But you know what? And sometimes you're up for it, and sometimes
And
like
you're
that's
not.
how I feel. Like sometimes I'm like, yes, give me all the new stuff.
Yes.
And other times I'm like, I just cannot be bothered.
The problem with this was I like so many of her sweaters, and being in a sweater knitting mood and a classic sweater, I know the next one will be one of hers. Totally. Again, so why not just dive in?
Get it done.
And honestly, if you were someone that did gauge swatches, the saddle shoulders are perfect for that.
Oh,
because
right. You're doing a swatch in and of
itself. It's your
itself.
gauge swatch.
So you start with the shoulders.
Yes. You make the two saddles, shoulders, and then you put them all together. I'm not going to tell you because it's pay for a pattern, but yeah. So you could do 4, and they're over 4 inches long.
Yeah.
So that's your gauge swatch.
I love it. I cannot wait to see it done.
I cannot wait to see it on my body.
I know.
Like, I feel like it is so classic me.
It is. It's so cozy.
Yeah,
it makes me want to buy more of this yarn too.
Same.
It's so
I still have a thing of brown. So the next Ozetta I make, I'm pretty sure it's going to be an Ozetta. It's going to be using this fisherman wool, because this one was supposed to be this, but it didn't come fast enough.
You had to cast on.
I had to cast it on.
I respect it so much.
And I had tons of this, and this has been on my mind for 8 years. Like, I know I have it.
Yarn.
What am I going to do with it? And
Yep.
I think I bought 4 skeins.
Yeah, I think we both did. Like I have
2,400.
I think I have enough for another sweater down there.
I'm sure you do.
Because I did a poncho with mine, the shelter poncho.
Yes. And I probably have enough of this that will be left for you to make a sweater for yourself, I bet.
Probably.
I betcha. I betcha.
I betcha. All right. Well, so I was really enamored with color work, as I always am. Like I always am obsessed with color work, and then I take a little bit of a break. But then whenever I find my way back, I'm like, all I want to do is color work. And I had another pattern in mind. I started a fingering weight one. So this is a worsted weight. This is called the Greenleaf pattern, again by Jen Steingass. It's going to be a little hard to see because it's very bunchy on my needles right now. But here's my progress so far. I'm having a love-hate relationship with the way the color, the contrasting color is working up, simply because it went from so light to so dark that now I feel like you're kind of losing the lines of the the feather or leaf, whatever it is supposed to be.
Can you manipulate your yarn?
I don't think so, only because I don't know how much yardage I'm going to have.
Oh no, you're good.
So this is a spin cycle. It's not that I don't like the colorway, it's that I didn't anticipate the dark blending in as much with this main color, which is a
But you know what? This one is so, remember you were like, oh, it's so subtle. Once you blocked it out, it's a look.
You can see. Yeah.
And I think this is just going to be a
same
look.
thing. Yeah. I'm the project itself I'm enamored with. We talked about this the first time we recorded. Her increases are so easy, so fun.
They're so good.
They incorporate in so like they're seamless. They're beautiful.
You would never know there's even one.
Yeah, it's
I don't remember
magic.
how we did it, but it's amazing.
I do only
simple.
because I'm doing it now. But yes, honestly, it's worth knitting one of her patterns just to learn that increase.
Yeah.
But this is the Spin Cycle colorway. I don't remember what it's called, but it was the colorway made specifically for Purl 2 Walla Walla.
Which is a shop.
Which is a yarn shop over in Walla Walla, Washington. And my friend Lacey, hi Lace, gifted me this skein. And I've kind of been, originally I'd cast on socks. I did like a little bit of a cuff and I was like, that just seems like such a waste.
Yeah, you're great.
Like, I need something really fun to showcase this yarn. So I waited and then the stars aligned. I had a sweater's quantity of this Woolly Mammoth Fiber Co. It's a fingering weight. I don't remember all the details, but I do have the other skeins at home, so I'll put it down in the description box. And I just thought, what a fun little play with color. And I think once we get past this really dark spot, I think it looks like it's going to be lightening up again, which is fun.
I think it's going to be perfect.
Anyway, it's been perfect.
She still says perfect.
She still has a
Love it.
British Charlie has like a British accent. We don't know where it came from.
Peppa.
We didn't even watch it that much. That's why I get so confused. I mean,
But so many of those shows are British, aren't they?
I'm trying to think.
Louis?
Louis Australian.
Australian, yeah.
So she might just have like an amalgamation.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I heard an adult say it on a movie. I forgot what I was watching. Perfect. It's like, oh, that's a Charlie.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my sweater that I'm currently enamored with.
Love it.
I also have a finished pair of socks.
Yes, and then I'll show my socks, and we can go right into those. Will go right into the colorways.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh my gosh, you finished them since the last podcast.
Yeah, I finished them this morning.
So good.
Cute. I finished them this morning, and they're still wet. Like I literally wet blocked them this morning. So.
Okay, so Holly was asking, do you block socks? She asked me, and I said, I don't, but you do. And I have to admit, every time you do, I'm like, I've got to start doing that.
Honestly, they fit so much better
I
for me.
I know.
Like,
so Holly, this is, yes, you need sock blockers.
I would recommend it, Holly, because for me, if I don't block them now, like I've tried, like I've had a pair of socks, and like I haven't blocked them yet. I'm just going to throw them on and walk out the door. I'm not even kidding you. The heel slips off of my heel every single time.
So it fits better. I've got to get to it.
Yeah, when you let the heel flap, I guess it also depends on the type of heel you do, but for a heel flapping gusset, if you let this bloom open, your heel will sit perfectly in that pocket. Whereas for me, I am a moderately tight knitter, and a lot of times that heel flap will really hug in too much, where it'll just kind of do this while I'm wearing them. So if you're having difficulty with that, I mean, honestly, I just think it's a fun thing to do anyway, because then when it comes off the sock blocker, they're just beautiful.
Flat.
They're light. They're flat.
And they lay really nicely.
They do. I think it really enhances the experience. That being said, if you don't want to block them, you can certainly just throw the socks on your feet and walk out the door. Not a big deal.
Yeah, your feet can block them, but I have to admit, every time you do, I think I should. Because it's just a nicer...
I love it.
It's a flatter, nicer. That yarn is so gorgeous.
Isn't it awesome?
Got to cast mine on.
This is from Michelle, our good friend Michelle from Woolens and Nosh. This is her one of her Beetlejuice colorways. I believe it is called I heard you ripped your faces off. Something like that. You will, if you go to her website, you'll know exactly.
Yes, and I don't know if she still has it. This was at Vermont Sheep and Wool. And I can't remember if she still had said, but oh my gosh.
I made these match, so I intentionally made these match. Don't know why, I was just compelled to. I think you know what it was? I loved that the black and white landed on the cuff, the heel, and the toe.
That's amazing.
I just really liked that. So yeah, I made a match. I do 64 stitches. I use a size US 1.5 9-inch needle.
I can't believe you do 9-inch.
I do. Sometimes I'll do the heel flap and gusset with the 9-inch, but a lot of times I will switch over to DPNs for this portion.
So there's a new heel out there. I know Holly just did it.
Okay.
I know Denise talked about it or showed it. It's called the diamond heel.
Ooh.
So it works best with self-striping because you just keep knitting.
So is it like an afterthought process?
No,
Oh.
you're doing it as you go. And it's a diamond heel. I know. Holly sent me
I wonder how it fits.
a video. She was going to let me know.
Okay, that's always my biggest thing. Like, because for me, Fish Lips Kiss Heel does not fit very well.
This is it's my favorite to knit. It's my favorite fit, but I would love to try it.
Same.
And see, because it's super cool looking.
And is it, has Holly done it yet? Or
yes, she did it.
Did she say it was easy enough to do?
Yes. Sort of kind of a new knitter or went back to knitting. Oh, she didn't show it, just showing, but there it is.
Whoa.
I know. So
that is
I can't really
epic.
show because I have all these texts on here, but
I'll put it on the screen.
Yes.
I'll try and find a picture.
yeah, so it's a YouTube video. I don't know if the pattern is free. Let's see how it goes.
Interesting.
It's very cool. And for self-striping,
It looks very simple.
I might try it on that.
So this is the next pair I'm going to cast on because we may or may not be going down to Connecticut depending on health. But I'm going to need a pair of socks to bring with me. And I have this colorway from Michelle, again, from Vermont Sheep and Wool.
We spent so much money in her booth.
We sure did.
We
I don't
bought
regret a minute.
I don't either. We bought so much yarn.
Well, Justin is now obsessed with her yarn too.
I should get him some for Christmas.
Oh, yeah. He's obsessed.
I'll have to check on Michelle.
So this is the Meadow Sprite colorway, and this is in her Targhee fingering base, which is also what this is. And I am getting, I shouldn't put wet socks on that. I am having now all of these like 20 to maybe even 30 gram leftovers from like between Justin's socks and my socks, and I'm considering casting on a muscle burra, a scrappy muscle burra with the self-striping. Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be so cool?
Be wild. I still want to make, I wanted to make those for Christmas and I didn't.
It's okay. It's okay.
I want to though.
So this is my next pair of socks.
Yeah. So before I show my sock, because we will then go into our yarns, because I'm using one of our new yarns, do you want to share the book?
Yes. Okay. And it's perfect because we just showed socks. Okay. Our good friend, Charlotte Stone, just came out with a brand new book. It is called Joyful Colorwork Socks. And it is stunning. So stunning. So what we did the first time we recorded this podcast, we showed 3 of our favorite designs, but truly there's not a single design in here that
There isn't.
would pass up.
No, there isn't. And the reason being is I am one that a flip through is not my thing because I want to get the book and I want it to be a complete experience. You are just the opposite. You'd like to know what you're buying. So then we're like, well, why don't we show 3?
Yeah.
And I am sure there was someone out there that's going to do a complete flip through.
Totally.
I just feel I don't know what it is. To me, it's part of the excitement.
Totally. It's like opening a present. Like you don't want to know what the present is.
Don't want to
before
know
you
what it
open
is. But maybe talk about how
Yes.
it's in categories because that's super cool.
Yes, so there are 5 different categories of designs. So the first one is Life is Better with Pets. The second one is In the Garden. The third one is Home for the Holidays. 4th is Let's Party. And 5th is It's Not Just a Hobby. So you can kind of get a good idea from that, but let me see. First, we'll just show, like, look at how beautiful. There's so
She's brilliant.
much.
And she's a very unique sock designer. Like I think of her and I think of Natalie.
Yep.
Remembrance Pottery, who just released her advent for this year, and it's beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful, using Frankie Grace yarns, which is Jody of the Grocery Girls. Is that what you call it? Frankie Grace yarns?
She has a yarn line?
Yeah.
Jody?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm so out of the game, y'all. Also, I'm taking a break from social media, so it's been actually really nice. A lot of people have been reaching out, like people who have my phone number, and then through email being like, "Where are you? I miss you." And I'm just taking a break.
Yeah,
just taking a mental health break.
We all need a break.
But I'm out of the game.
Yeah.
So wait, how long has she had yarn for?
I think a really long time.
She dyes it?
Yeah.
Jody Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jody, I'm so sorry. This is a me problem.
And I think it's called Frankie Grace yarns.
Okay, so Frankie Grace
know.
yarns. If it's not, I'll put the correct.
Yeah, we'll fix it. Okay, but anyway, so there's Natalie and there's Charlotte. And Natalie's socks are so different.
Totally.
Natalie's tell a story.
Yes.
Always tell us, in my world, they tell a story. Charlotte's are more
they're like motifs.
Motifs with a theme. And they're so good.
Okay, so this is the one on the cover. So we're not giving too much away here, but just the cutest.
The cutest.
Okay, then let's go to...
You love the skulls. I love the cupcakes.
I love those too.
I love them all. They're so good.
Crunchy.
And, okay, so let's talk about this here again. I hope I'm getting all the information right. In talking with Denise, Charlotte has an online class on colorwork socks on the domestique. Sorry.
It's okay. I just don't know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it's
or
like
I would
a craftsy platform, but it's called Domestique.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Domestica.
Okay.
With a K. With a K. She has a class on there that Denise signed up for, and I'm considering because I can do color work, but her socks, they are so, it makes a difference, I think, how you're carrying your yarns in order to get them to be as beautiful.
Oh.
And I think the class is beyond reasonable. So we talked about it on our, on my morning live, and I think I'm going to sign up for it. And you just go in and watch the videos when you want to watch them.
Okay, will you let me know?
Yes, because I do feel like Charlotte probably has lots of tips.
And I need them.
I do too.
Especially when it comes to socks, because I feel like colorwork socks
are different.
They're very different because you need such a specific fit for a foot.
Yes.
It's not like a sweater where you have positive ease to it. Like,
yes.
You want it to fit snug, but not too snug, and that extra strand of yarn, the float, can really snug things up to a point where it might be too much.
Yes. So I think it would probably be filled with really good things. So I would say treat yourself if you get the book. Treat yourself to that class. I think I'm going to.
What was the one that you said you...
Oh, the cupcake. Right there. Oh, she's going to sneeze. Bless you.
I'm so sorry. Cupcakes. Aren't they so cute?
So to me, that's for the baker in your life or a birthday.
Yes.
It's just a birthday sock.
Yes.
I think it's a terrific book.
I will put a link to the book down below. Charlotte, thank you so much for sharing this with us. And we have 2 copies. I need to go back to our messages, Charlotte, to see if it was intended for a giveaway or intended for... We're going to figure that out for our next podcast.
Yes.
Anyway, it's amazing. Could not recommend it more.
Yes, I feel like we should do it as a giveaway because we can pass the book back and forth.
I agree. Okay, so stay tuned for a giveaway.
We will do a giveaway.
I'm not sure if we'll do it here or on Instagram. It'll depend on probably how I'm feeling.
Yes,
the day we decide to do it.
Well, and I totally agree. And that, as a side note, because social media is tricky for a lot of people right now, and a lot of people are taking a break, we will do, like you will do a post of new yarns on Instagram, but questions, things like that, go to our email. That's where you can contact us.
And it does say that in our Instagram profile. I know not everybody looks there, but our DMs are subject to, we might see them, we might not, we might answer, we might not.
Yeah. So that really is just kind of an advertising platform at the moment for us. And then always be signed up for our Newsletter.
Thank you. I was like staring at your yarn again, willing it into existence. What is the word, Chelsea?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so then I cast on because we have lots of new yarns. And I'm kind of glad now that this got messed up because we have all the brand new colors.
Yes, we do. I'm going to go blow my nose while you are talking about your socks.
Go blow your nose. Okay, so napkins are in the closet over there, Chels. All right, she's there. Okay. This is my sock using Merry Christmas, Kevin, which I love so much. Hard to see, but there's little teeny flecks of green in there. So it's from our Home Alone collection, which we did a mishmash of all the Home Alones and picked out things to use as colorways. So Merry Christmas, Kevin. Oh my gosh, that scene is so stunning with Catherine O'Hara with her red hair and her burgundy. Oh, it's just beautiful. And then such a green. So the pattern, of course, is one of Kay Jones's because I love her pattern so much. Winterfest socks. So
I love pretty. It. Here, hang on, let me get it.
You should also go like this. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Isn't it pretty?
It's so pretty.
It's so, again, oh my gosh, with my new sweater. I think that's why I cast them on.
It's so good.
I'll show you.
They play so beautifully together.
It's really my favorite color. Okay, so with that, we should go right into, so it's a Home Alone collection. Now these come in all the bases, all the sock sets. Unfortunately, I don't have them all in all the bases because we've been shipping out, but I have each one you'll be able to see. So this is Home Alone. I would say this is the most popular one. It's so
classic.
Funny. It is so classic, but it's the one I struggled with the most. I'm like, no one's going to like this.
Always.
Everyone loves it.
It's always the way it goes.
I know. It's really fun. Really fun. So that's Home Alone. Then here we have with its little, which I do think I'm going to do cuff and toe, or heel and toe on my sock.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
just because it really pops it. Mm-hmm. It really pops it.
It does.
There we go. So, Merry Christmas, Kevin. Then we have the Bandits.
I think that one might be my favorite.
It's funny. It's Rachel's. You can grab it if you want. I feel like you know how to do it better.
I just want them to see all the little fun spots and the speckles.
It's a good one. We always try to do kind of a classic that the men in your life, if they are very like
traditional in their color preferences,
men's colors, you can get away with that, I think, for a pair of socks. Duncan's Toy Store, which I always want to call Duncaster. I don't know why.
It's Duncan's Toy Chest.
Is that what I call? I think
you did call it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes.
It's so fun and poppy.
It's when you look up at the ceiling. There's a scene where he looks up.
Yeah.
And that's like all those colors.
It's so fun. So good. Love it.
So yeah, so they come in all the bases.
Full sock set, micro sock set, which does make a full set of socks. One micro sock set. Cozy toes fingering, steel toes fingering, and our classic DK.
Classic DK, yes. Always Cozy Toes grabs a little different. We talk about it every time. Yep. Nothing we can do to change that. It just grabs the color really quick so that it leaves a little more of the white showing a lot of times. Mm-hmm. And then this color kept coming up in my brain.
Ooh, before we talk about that,
go ahead.
Also mini skein bundles, I forgot to say. We have fingering weight and DK weight mini skein bundles. You get a 20 grams mini skein of each colorway. So you just have little tastes.
Yes. It's called Kevin! I love it.
Me too.
I love it. So both bases, yes. So then I had this colorway in my head. I love this.
Do too. You'll have to send me the screenshot so I can put it here while we're showing the yarn so people can see your inspiration.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's called Vintage Christmas. Oh my gosh. I'll let you hold up close.
It's so freaking good.
All the bases again. I love it.
It's amazing. Full sock set. So you can see here, this is the way the steel toes. Speckles up.
So we were talking about it this morning. If you're somebody that enjoys a Christmas Eve cast on,
this is a good
this
one.
is a really good one. And then also, I think we're going to do a New Year's Eve cast on.
Ooh, okay.
And I already know what it's going to be.
We're doing a colorway for it?
It's going to be our signature color
of the year. Yep, I was going to suggest that.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
I might need to take one of these.
You can. Yeah. So yeah, so they're all going to be in the shop, and
yeah, shop will be loaded by the time this is uploaded, because this one.
I already sent all the pictures. Did you notice I got a new whiteboard finally?
I didn't.
They have them at dollar store for $1.50.
Perfect.
Which the thing is, I'd buy a better one, but I ding it up and I get
Doesn't matter.
So I shouldn't buy a stock of them, because then they'll all get dinged up.
Yeah.
Just run down when I need
one at a time, and then the ones that's dinged up, you give to the girls.
Give to the girls,
and they will do something
play
creative
on.
with it.
Yes, I've got some over there. So yeah, we got that. Thanksgiving is coming. We think it's going to be at your house.
Yep. So far.
Yep, because we think little Emma will probably be there. We have a little Emma now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. I forget what we've talked about already. I'm
I know.
We've already told them that.
So we have little Emma, and yeah.
So it's easier because they live, so we live in the central
You
spot.
live in
you
the
guys
center.
are 30 minutes this way. They're like 20 to 30 minutes the other way. So just works with a newborn only have to travel half the distance.
Yeah, that's a big day. Plus they have Mila that they could bring to your house. We're
Totally.
bringing here. Unfortunately, her and Winnie, it just gets too stressful.
Totally.
So yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, that's the plan for now.
I mean, yesterday was Halloween, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, the next day is Christmas. That's how fast.
And 2025 is here.
Oh my God.
I know, I can't think about it because
I can't. It's so overwhelming.
It's November. I have to
I
keep
know.
my head where my feet are.
I know. It just feels like time is going so fast, and everyone says it.
I know. I was talking to Justin about that the other day. I was like, do you feel that? And he's like, yeah, I think there are actual studies that have been done that say the longer you live, the shorter the years become for some reason.
It is true, but what I am finding, and have noticed for a long time now, is the younger generation feels it.
Really?
Well,
So you didn't feel it at my age?
No.
With little kids, you didn't feel it?
No. I felt like time was dragging. Will I ever?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Even when we were in school?
Yeah. Not like it is now.
Right.
Now it is like the blink of an eye, it's Monday again.
You know what I wonder?
I think someone's messing with us.
We're in a simulation. That's
Yeah.
what I wonder. No. No, I was going to say, I wonder if because we have so much access to so much information that our brains are never fully at rest. And
Could
so
be.
I'm wondering if that attributes to it, because I know, like, gosh, I have so many days in my memory when we were growing up where it's like, I remember just existing.
Yeah.
And really just like having time to contemplate
and
or
feeling
not,
like
and
Christmas was going to take forever
oh my
to get
God.
here.
It was a decade between each Christmas. I was positive.
Yeah, and it's like because I've been aware of it for probably quite a few years now, and I remember saying to a lot of people my age, yeah, I get that we feel this way, but why does a younger generation feel this way?
Yeah. I'm wondering if our brains are just too dang full.
I know.
I wonder.
I wonder too.
I don't know if there's any way to test that. I mean,
yeah. I am focusing now on just living my life day in and day out, and not projecting, I say this, I'm trying really hard, not just being in the moment, be in the moment. Like you said, keep your mind where your body is. That's my favorite saying in the entire world. And I remember using it so much when I was pregnant with you.
yeah.
It's so interesting. I remember like where I was and had those thoughts.
That's
like,
so crazy.
Because, I'm pregnant and it's brand new and you're our first and oh my God, we got to do this. And that was like, nope. Keep your mind where your body is and enjoy being pregnant.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm far from successful at it
everything is a practice.
Yeah,
right. Nobody can be like, I do this.
Yeah, no. It's a constant practice for me, and yeah.
I think it's a good reminder as we head into the holidays, because it is so easy to kind of like feel that overwhelm as you're like looking like through the scope of the next 2 months. Like for me, it's always the build up to anything, especially if it's like family you haven't seen in a while, maybe family that is not the easiest to be around. Like I know that is a much more common dynamic than the picture perfect. We love each other. This is great.
Yeah.
So like looking down the scope of that is very stressful, and it kind of sucks some of the joy away. At least that's kind of like how I feel, and that's again where it's like if your mind is where your feet are, you just take it one day at a time and know that like.
Well, and the interesting part is I am feeling the anxiety around the holidays, which there's absolutely no reason for me to feel that way, because it's just us and we do things very casual, very laid back. We do gifts, but do we do crazy? Like
No.
If I didn't have a gift for you, it'd be like, oh, Chelsea, it's coming. Like,
and we don't, and there's no expectation there, either.
And we don't have a need for a perfect holiday. We don't have any of that, but I think we're so trained.
Yeah.
It's so what I'm noticing is so deep in me.
Oh yeah.
That even when it doesn't need to be there, I'm feeling it.
Right.
Which is ridiculous.
No, I think it's
ridiculous.
I think that's what it is. But yeah, for me it's like an enhanced Sunday dinner.
That's the whole thing, and it's so casual. I mean, we barely set a table.
I'm pretty sure there are some years where we like sit on the couch.
Yeah,
like it's okay. Like
we're not married to. It has to be here. It has to look like this. Like literally, Thanksgiving Day. If Ben and Kristen can't come, we may shift it.
Totally, I'll grab the turkey and up we come.
Right, like so. But my point is how hard and sad it is that these things are so deeply ingrained in us as humans. The expectation of what a holiday should look like and how many presents you should have, and it's so overwhelming.
And if it's overwhelming for us, people who have never had that as a priority, like it's hard to train yourself to not have that be the priority, because whether you're watching a Christmas movie or you're watching a football game, you're getting these images of like the perfect candlelit with the thing and the embellishments, and while it's a beautiful picture and it can elicit some really like cozy feelings.
Yes.
It can also kind of like niggle in there and be like, well, where's that for me?
Yes. Now I have to admit the one part, and I'm going to do it this weekend, I'm very excited. I do like to decorate the house.
Totally. Like, but I also think that's self-preservation for you. That's not because you want the perfect picture. It's because you're like, I don't want to freaking touch those decorations.
Yes.
After making the turkey dinner.
I want to just curl in every day and have a span of time to enjoy them.
Right.
So I do enjoy that piece. I will say I don't do as much because I don't want to. And I only put out what I'm willing to take down.
Totally.
And I had a dream that someone came and put out every decoration everywhere. It wasn't even this house. And I was like, why did you do that? Because now I have to put them all away. I like to put them out because I know what I'm willing to put away.
Yes.
So yeah.
And also disclaimer, anybody who loves all the like
it's so
if it
great.
brings you joy, do it, and we support that and we love that
it's
for you.
So
it's
great.
Just a reminder that for anybody who social media, I'm not gonna get on my soapbox, but I'm gonna just tip one toe onto it. It can set some real unrealistic expectations. And I have felt the weight of that as a parent, as a spouse, and so I just think it's always important to just have conversations about like the reality behind.
Yes, and you're really good at that with your Chelsea Makes. Like you'll say, like at the end, you'll say, so what you saw was the only good part of the day. Like I think we come pretty clean there. Like it is
totally.
It is not all. It's not.
No, but
it's not. Life is hard.
But if that brings you joy and you're like, I love those freaking candles and I love lighten those candles, and I love the flourishes, then yes, do it all. Do all the things that bring you joy.
I'm happy for people that can do it the way they want, and I have no room for people that judge you for how you do it. Or when you do it. Or when you do it.
It brings you
I have
joy.
a really hard time with that. I used to get really slammed because I always was decorated for Thanksgiving and I always had to hear about it. And it's no one's business when you put out your decorations. And also, if opening your Advents makes you happy early, do it.
I hope you have already opened your Advent.
Yeah, a lot of our people have because they wanted to.
Just don't share them on social media.
Yeah, they know
No
that.
spoilers, please. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? Live your life how you want to live it. That's
Exactly.
our public service announcement for the day. And
Amen.
go watch, is it called Hot Frosty?
Hot Frosty on
It's
Netflix.
so cute with Ted from Schitt's Creek. It is so delightful.
I need to watch it, and I feel like I'm like entering in that zone where I'm like saving it for the perfect moment.
Don't.
I know,
Because
I know.
you're going to want to watch it more than once.
I know, and I know
You're gonna
this,
want it.
and I'll see it, and I'll be like, not yet, not
Yeah,
yet.
no. Go in so deep. It will remind you of the humor of Elf in a lot of ways, which I love.
Because he's kind of dopey, right?
He's just naive, innocent. Like he's a snowman.
He looks so different, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So different. Like the hair totally changes his look.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was him at first.
Yeah, I didn't.
Until I
If you
heard his
hadn't,
voice, I was like, oh.
if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known.
Super cute. Go for it because I'm gonna watch it again probably this afternoon.
Well, okay, so one of the things in the preview, which this will appeal to like my generation, so Lacey Chambert, I think it's her name.
I love her. She's in every Christmas movie out there.
She's so good, but she was also a mean girl from Mean Girls. And so there's a scene where she's watching a movie with Lindsay Lohan on it, and she goes, "That's so weird. She looks like a girl I went to high school with."
I didn't even pick that up.
And that's in the preview. I'm not spoiling anything, but it's such a funny call out, and it's just perfect.
So was she in Party of Five? Or was she in, there was another
No,
show.
you're,
There was another show right at the same time.
There's a chance.
Tell me what it is. I used to love this show.
Movies and TV
Family.
shows. Oh, Party of Five.
Party of Five.
Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, was she in another one before that?
Tons of Christmas movies.
She's in every
She's
Christmas
in
movie.
a lot of Christmas
It's like
movies.
she's the Christmas star, and I love her.
I do too. She's literally every Christmas movie on the planet.
Everyone on Netflix is her.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very Hallmark.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
No, are those Hallmark movies?
Not those ones, but these ones are. Like, look at all this.
Oh my gosh.
The Wedding Veil.
You should.
My Secret Valentine.
What's the first thing she did?
First
Google
thing ever?
first thing Lacey. First
Oh yeah,
TV
she's
show.
Hallmark. They just said how many Hallmark movies is Lacey Chambert?
Yeah, so watch Hot Frosty. I also I might re-listen to the Nantucket series.
Oh,
Not
Elin.
re-listen, reread.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then I want to find a Christmas series to buy for Graham.
Ooh.
I know, I gotta go to the bookstore.
It needs to be a series. It can't be a one-off.
I could, but I think she enjoys...
She's a series girl, I
Yeah,
know.
like 2 or 3. 3, I would say. Write it down if you know of
Yeah.
a series that a great Grammy would enjoy.
So she did, for reference, she did all the Elin Hildebrand. I don't even know what the series is called.
Christmas in Nantucket. It wasn't that. It was like Snow Day. It was such a good.
It was
4.
so good. I read them last year. They're
love
amazing.
them. I'm going to reread them this year. I love them.
I have a bunch of little rom-coms to read, but right now, I actually just started this book called Grave Talk.
Ooh, I feel like I've heard of that.
It was on Kindle Unlimited, which I finally belong to, and I'm so grateful.
Good. Mine dropped last night and the pop socket broke. I gotta order
Like the
it.
whole piece popped off?
Popped off. It won't go back on. I
The
tried.
black part?
No, the top part. It won't go back on. I tried.
So, but you still have the base on there?
Yeah. But I think it broke part of I'm so mad.
Off into it. Oh, it's okay.
You know, like once you use a pop socket, you can't do it without it anymore.
No. But
Like-
Ben was saying, so Ben just got a Kindle. You guys gifted him
Yes.
one. He was saying he's seen cases where there's actually like a hand strap. So before you get another pop socket, you can also contemplate that if you don't
really
love.
like the pop
I
socket.
do too. I'm a huge fan of
Really
the pop
do.
socket.
So I'm really mad.
But it's called Grave Talk. And it's heavy, but it's also hilarious. And it's really good.
I have to remember
it's
that.
Really good.
I loved the little short one you sent me.
The answer is no. Frederick Backman.
Frederick Backman.
It's so good. It will take you a couple hours to read. It is so poignant and relevant.
I'm going to read it 100 times.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Who was it? Was it Linda? The poor woman on the committee that were like, not now, Linda. Every time she would like try and say something important, Linda. It's fantastic. I will put that down below. And the answer is no.
And it was in a deal, so it was free.
Yeah, it's one of those like read before it's released. Like the editors pre-read a whole bunch of stuff, and they're like, hey, we'll let Prime
it's like
members.
A short story, which typically I won't take the time, but you were like
another one, and I really liked it. It wasn't by him, but it's
and this you would know he wrote it without. 100%. The minute you started reading it, you would say, "Oh, so he wrote The Man Called Ove." Oh, I always say Ove, but Uva, and you would know in 1 second.
His writing is profound. Yeah. I love his writing.
Yeah, love it.
So that's
all right, we should go.
We're gonna go.
So Dave Stokes started his first day of work as a ski bum.
He's a ski bum officially.
He's a ski bum,
an employed ski bum.
Yeah, like I have not been home alone like this for a work day. Crazy.
What time does he work till?
3.
Come on.
And I'm all done. I just have to, we're having guests tomorrow. I just have to double stuff some potatoes.
I saw those on the counter.
And that's it. The house is clean.
And then?
He insisted on vacuuming when he gets home.
Amazing.
He's an amazing, I'm a terrible cleaner, period. He's so much better than me.
I'm good if I have the space to do it.
Yeah, I was pretty good today having the space. Like I cleaned this. Like,
looks fantastic.
Well, again, Rachel would be like, "Oh, you cleaned what?"
You cleaned.
I know. All right,
everyone. Thank you for hanging with us, and thank you so much to Anna Luisa for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to head down below to take advantage of up to 35% off your purchase today before stock is gone.
And go get your book by Charlotte.
Because it's amazing, and
buy all the yarn.
And enjoy the yarn. The colorways are fantastic. I love them. I don't have any needles, so I'm gonna hold up my socks. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe so we have more exposure to the making community. Otherwise, we hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and we will see you in our next video. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Needles and socks up. Bye.